day number who knows what in the quarantine here, and people still donating, even though I think they've been pretty clear about not bringing stuff in until the doors open, but just stuff sitting out there. Come on, people, listen, this is why we can't have nice things. What's going on, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to go through a recent Facebook Marketplace purchase of mine. It was one of those instances where, again, I was up late at night like I always am, perusing the Marketplace listings, trying to find items to resell on eBay. And I find myself doing this early in the mornings too as well, just because there's no other place to source right now. So anyway, in this particular listing, one of the things I like to do here is a little hack for you resellers is search lot of or collection of or bulk. Use those terms when you're searching. So what I did in this instance is I searched lot of and I just hit enter, and this particular listing for a lot of camera equipment came up. So the lady originally had, and I'm going to put the text conversation that we had up on the screen here, but she had the listing marked for $300 for everything. There were a couple of cameras in there and just some other stuff, lenses and things that I really wasn't paying attention to at the time. I was just I wanted to reach out to her and ask her, and you'll see when I talk to people on Marketplace, especially with bulk listings, I'm very upfront about who I am and what I'm going to do with the stuff. So I tell people straight up, like, look, I'm a reseller. I'm looking for stuff to resell. Are you willing to work with me on the price? And that's something that I think would benefit you folks too when you're out looking for inventory, especially in tough times like this. So I used that terminology, and she was like, absolutely, make me an offer on the lot. So then I started to do some real research on the particular items, and I only saw 2 cameras on there, and they weren't really high value cameras, but she was asking $300 for the entire lot, which I thought at the time doing the research was a little bit high. So I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I'm looking at these cameras. Here's what I think I can get for the first camera. Here's what I think I can get for the second camera. I don't see a lot of value in the other stuff. How did you arrive at your price? And she was very honest and forthright and was like, did a little bit of research, but I really don't know. Just throw me an offer and we'll see if we can come to an agreement. So luckily enough, I said, I thought I could get maybe $75 for the one camera. I thought I could get $35 for the other. So maybe like $100 and $110. I wouldn't want to pay more than $50 for the entire lot. And that's the truth. I wasn't going to pay more than $50, regardless of all of the other little stuff. So I shot her the $50 offer. She took the offer. I went and picked up the stuff. The deal was done. And lo and behold, I'm about to show you everything in the haul video. We're going to tally up the totals that I think I can get for it at the end of the video after I show you everything that came with it. And we'll see how much money I think I can make. So let's take a look at the stuff. All right, so we'll take a look at some of the less interesting stuff first, and we'll get to the meat and potatoes of this lot here towards the end. So this first pile here, I'm going to move this flash out of the way. These right here, just a bunch of filters. I didn't count them, but you've got skylight, fog, just a bunch of different optical rings here, some of the booklets with it. I'm going to lot all of this stuff together right here. There's a lens brush here, some lens cleaning paper. So I'll put all of this together, probably do, I'm going to say maybe 15 bucks on it, and just call it a day. There's not a ton of value in these things individually, but I figure someone would probably pick this up for a decent enough deal. So I'll put $15 on that, like I said, and that'll be the end of that. All right, the next piece here, let me slide this stuff back down. This is just a flash unit, Keiko 818, comes with the instruction booklet, $5 to $10 on this, not a ton of value, but they do sell. It's just a very low dollar item, so no big deal there. Next item here, this is a JCPenney teleconverter. Again, because it has the case with it, probably $10 at the most I'll get for this item here. And now I'm gonna try to get for this guy here, it's got a nice protective case with it. Minolta lens, 50 milliliter, 1.7. It's in pretty excellent condition. I'm just gonna leave it in there. 15 bucks for that. I'm pretty sure that will sell for. The next piece here, JC, I don't know if you guys can hear that wind. It's crazy. It's beautiful out. This Sun is out there shining, but boy, it's really windy right now. Here's electronic strobe, JCPenney. This, I might get $5 for this piece here, but we'll get it listed, we'll be aggressive, and we'll sell it quickly. The film, I haven't had a chance to really look inside here, but it does look like there's 3 of these Fujifilm Superia Extras. There's 3 of them here, and then I did look in this one. This is a Kodak brand. I'm not sure if these have been developed or not, and quite honestly, I can't tell just by looking at it. I'm pretty sure they're undeveloped. They have not been put in a camera because they would have been, you know, pulled out and extended. If it was, it would look a lot different. So these are capped. I may or may not put these on the market. I'm not really sure, but if they are brand new or they haven't been used, I think I can probably get $10 to $15 for all of these together. Here is a leather camera bag for 35mm cameras. Nothing special. I'll put it on for $10. Try to move it, and yeah, that's it for that. Interiors are okay. Oh, I forgot. Actually, inside here is a lens case, a lot like this, that's empty, and then like a little leather pouch. So I'm gonna like just bundle it all together, slap $10 on it, and then move it and be done with it. All right, we'll move up to the top of the desk here. How cute is that adventure book? Okay, so here's the first camera here. A Minolta X370 35mm camera. There's the lens on it, as you see, in good working condition. I've already done the math on this thing here. We're gonna list this guy for 50 bucks, strap included. Looks great. Battery compartment was good. Just the interior here was in excellent condition. I'm gonna try to get maybe $5 for this. I do not have the 88, it's just the manual, but I saw another listing for $15 and I thought, with no actual sales, maybe we'll put like $6-7 on it and try to move it there. So just an extra. Right here, this Honeywell Tiltomite. I have 2 of these. They're in excellent condition. Not a lot of value on these guys either. I'm gonna say at the most $10 for each one. So hopefully we'll get a good sale out of that. Now on the side here, this is a Minolta flash. It is an Auto 25. Again, it does have the manual, but if I get more than $10 for something like that, I'll be surprised. And then finally, the Minolta X700 35mm camera. Now I have a zoom lens. I think this is a JCPenney zoom lens in here that I'm gonna put together with this camera here. And then this is a JCPenney auto winder as well. If it was the Minolta winder, maybe I could get a little bit more value for this camera as a whole, but it still is, you know, it's gonna probably fetch a decent price at the end of the day. So winder, camera, and then the zoom lens, I'm gonna try to put this in for maybe 120, 110 or 120, and that will kind of call it a day for the rest of. There was some random stuff that I just threw out because they really didn't, they had no value, just would have been a waste of time. I mean, even the stuff that's $5, $10, I'll be able to get it listed quickly, but I normally wouldn't sell stuff that inexpensive, but just to max out the value of the entire lot, we'll go ahead and put it on there. So the main things right there, the X370 35mm, and then the X700. So some pretty good stuff. Okay, so let's break the numbers down for each individual piece. We'll tally it up at the end. We'll talk about what the return is, and we'll see if the numbers look good or not. So for the filter lot, I think I'm probably gonna do maybe, and we're gonna assume conservatively here. So $15 for the filter lot. For the 818 flash, maybe $10. For the teleconverter, another $10. The Minolta lens, I think I can get $15 for that lens with the case. The strobe, probably $5 at the most. The film, $10 depending on if I list that or not. The leather bag, another $10. The tilts, those are gonna be maybe $5 each, so we'll do 10 total on those since I have 2 of those. The Auto 25 flash, $5 at the most. The manual, again, maybe $5 for that. The 370 35mm camera, again, we're gonna list that for 50. And then the X700 35mm with the winder, we're gonna list that for 120. So if you total everything up from the lot, And there's a bag in there that I actually forgot about that I don't know that I'm going to list. It might be another $5 or $10, and maybe I'll put it on Marketplace. It's nice because it has compartments in it. It's not a leather bag, but it's like a canvas bag, but it is compartmentalized, which is really, really nice, especially if you have a lot of stuff. But that's kind of irrelevant really here at this point. So if you total everything up, that's $265 on the $50 that I spent. And again, with offers and offers to watchers and all of those things, it maybe will settle in at around $240 for everything if I'm lucky. So if you calculate that, that's probably around almost a 400% ROI, which again is not bad. It's great, especially when, you know, it's hard to find stuff to list and sell these days. So the cameras are in demand. That's another thing too. When you're on Marketplace, like I guess the lesson here is look for 35mm cameras because they're selling very, very well right now. And even the camera equipment, you know, seek it out for sure. And then don't be afraid to make offers. Like you saw right there, you never know what somebody's going to take at the end of the day. And I think, you know, what works really well is honesty is the best policy. Like if you tell people straight up what you're trying to do, you know, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So thank you very, very much. And if you could do me a few favors here, please like the video. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe to become a member. And then I'm going to link down below the Dad Planet Facebook group. It's Resell with the 3 for an E. I encourage you to join that group as well. It's almost 600 members at this point, and I want it to grow. So thank you again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.